رب العالمين وأصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. ما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. حياكم الله brothers and sisters. Welcome brothers and sisters. Chapter number 11. Make no animal sacrifice for Allah in a place where sacrifice is made for other than Allah. باب in Arabic, باب لا يذبح لله بمكان يذبح فيه لغير الله. The previous chapter we spoke about sacrificing for other than Allah, and this is shirk. This is not allowed. In this chapter, Shaykh Ahmed Abdul-Wahhab rahimahullah wants to tell us, even if your intention is okay, you are slaughtering this sheep for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you are doing that in a wrong place. What is the ruling of this? Okay, he did not say this is shirk or this is wajib or this is mustahab. He did not mention anything, but from the ayah and hadith you will understand that this is not allowed. And also one of the points that scholars mentioned, that Shaykh Muhammad Abdul-Wahhab rahimahullah, he has some similarities with Bukhari. Bukhari is very smart, sharp, subhanallah. You can know that he is smart if you read his book al-Bukhari, the titles, the topics, okay, the headlines. The same thing Shaykh Muhammad Abdul-Wahhab rahimahullah ta'ala. So he mentioned the ayah, لا تقم فيه أبدا لمسجد أسس على التقوى من أول يوم أحق أن تقوم فيه رجال يحبون أن يتطهروا والله يحب المطهرين. To understand this ayah, we should understand the story behind this ayah. There is a famous story in the Seerah في غزوة تبوك. Surah At-Tawbah, as you know, there is another name of Surah At-Tawbah. The scholars said Surah At-Tawbah is called Surah Al-Fadhiha. As Ibn Abbas said, Allah is saying many times, subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمِنْهُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed to us the hypocrites by showing their traits and their actions, because we don't know the hypocrites. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us some hints about the hypocrites. So in Surah At-Tawbah, it talks about many topics, but mainly you'll find the criteria, the actions and the sayings, the traits of the hypocrites in Surah At-Tawbah and also Surah Al-Munafiqun. Surah At-Tawbah talks about which battle? غزوة تبوك. غزوة تبوك. It was in the 9th year. The Prophet ﷺ decided to go there. And after he gathered the army, he went ﷺ. One of the aims of hypocrites, al-munafiqun, they want to make the Muslim nation weak. How? To make them sects, to make them groups. If the Muslims are one group, if the Muslims are one country, then definitely they will be strong. They will be strong. So one of the points to make them weak, okay, to make them two groups. And to make them weaker, we should make them 3 groups. 4, 5, 10, 20. How many groups we have? How many countries? I mean the Muslim countries, subhanallah. So this is one of the aim of the hypocrites. So what was the plan? The plan, they said, we want to build a masjid, and we will call the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to pray in our masjid. Why? Because if the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prays in this masjid, it means this is a stamp from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is a good masjid. This is approval from him. then also the Muslims can pray in this masjid if they know that the Prophet ﷺ prayed in this masjid. Like now, some people, they are not good Muslims. They are deviant sects. So what do? They call, for example, the Imam of the Haram. For example, Abdurrahman Sidis, Saud Shreem, Bandar Balila, Abdullah Awad Juhani, Yasir Dosiri, any of the Imam. Okay? Why? Because they tell people, and they put on the wall, the Imam of the Haram visited our masjid 2017 and he gave a lecture. So later, if anyone comes to this masjid, khalas, this is a good masjid. Why? Because the Imam of the Haram came here. Some people believe like that. If the Imam of the Haram prayed in this masjid, khalas, this is a good masjid. The people are good. So they told the Prophet ﷺ, "O Rasulullah, please come and pray in our masjid." The Prophet ﷺ was busy. He said, "Okay, now we are going to fight the kuffar, but when I finish and I come back, inshallah I will come to your masjid." So after the Prophet ﷺ finished from that battle, Ghazwat Tabuk, before the Prophet ﷺ doesn't know the future, doesn't know the unseen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed him that they are hypocrites and they want you to pray in this masjid because they want to segregate the Muslims, to make them two groups. For example, if in this city we have a masjid, I'll not say a city, if there is a small village, okay, and you have a masjid, and everyone comes to this masjid for the Jum'ah, for the Quran classes, for the halqa, for the meeting. We meet every day 5 times. Alhamdulillah. It's okay, we can walk maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no problem. Suppose that there is another masjid, the same area. Okay, what will happen? If there are, for example, 500 people pray in this masjid, the Jum'ah, so later, maybe 200 people or 300 people. If we are meeting every day 5 times, no, maybe Al-Dhuhr Salah I will pray here, Al-Maghrib Salah I will pray there. Okay, every day we have a halqa, and let's say 100 people attend the halqa, but now no, only 50 people will attend the halqa. Why? Because there is another masjid, and that masjid has also different activities. So this was the aim of the hypocrites. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by saying, "La taqum fihi abada." Don't pray in this masjid. Don't pray in this masjid. Okay, subhanallah, maybe some people wonder, what is the problem? It is a masjid and I want to pray in the masjid. I will not slaughter a sheep. I will not do bid'ah. I will not celebrate Miladun Nabi. I will go to the masjid to pray. Yes, you are going there to pray. But what is the aim of building this masjid? The aim is to divide the Muslim ummah. So it is haram to pray in the masjid, and this masjid should be destroyed. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, والذين اتخذوا مسجدا ضرارا وكفرا وتفريقا بين المؤمنين وإرصادا لمن حارب الله ورسوله. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about them, and the masjid is called Masjid al-Dirar. Masjid al-Dirar. What is the meaning of al-Dirar? Al-Dirar, it is from the word in Arabic al-Darar. Al-Darar means harm. Something dar, it means something harmful. Subhanallah. Masjid and harmful masjid. Yes. Because they want to bring some Muslims to pray with them, not to pray with the Prophet ﷺ, and not to pray in Masjid Quba. والذين اتخذوا مسجدا آمين والذين اتخذوا مسجدا ضرارا for harmful aims. والذين اتخذوا مسجدا ضرارا وكفرا. Kufran, they are disbelief. It means they are kuffar, they are not Muslims. These hypocrites, they are showing Islam, but they are non-Muslims. ولا يتخذ مسجدا ضرارا وكفرا وتفريقا بين المؤمنين وتفريقا بين to divide the believers وتفريقا بين وإرصادا لمن حارب الله ورسوله. What does it mean وإرصادا? It is a center for those people who want to fight the Muslims. If you are a person who wants to fight the Muslims and you need a place for meetings, come. This is your place to do meetings. Subhanallah. وإرصادا لمن حارب الله ورسوله. طيب, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, showed them to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that they are not Muslims and don't pray in that masjid. طيب, so now, what is the relationship between the ayah or the story to the chapter, to the title? The title, don't slaughter, طيب, or make no animal sacrifice for Allah in a place where sacrifice is made for other than Allah. So the Prophet ﷺ was going to pray, and no doubt the Prophet ﷺ was going to pray sincerely. Of course, the Prophet ﷺ will not show off. He will not make riya. He will not make shirk, alayhi salatu wasalam. So his prayer by itself is perfect. But the problem in praying in that place, and this is haram and not allowed. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, don't do that. So now the same thing. I am going to slaughter a sheep for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I am choosing a place where the mushriks used to go there. Where the mushriks or where the deviant people have bid'ah there, innovation there. I should not do that. Maybe I would say, but my intention is pure and clear. I am sincere. I am slaughtering this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for anyone. طيب, there is a problem with the place. There is a problem with the place. And to make it clear, the next proof, which is a hadith. حديث ثابت ابن الضحاك رضي الله تعالى عنه. حديث ثابت ابن الضحاك رضي الله تعالى سيد أن رجلا نذر أن ينحر إبلا ببوانة فسأل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم هل كان فيها وثن من أوثان الجاهلية يعبد؟ قالوا لا. قال فهل كان فيها عيد من أعيادهم؟ قالوا لا. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أوفي بنذرك فإنه لا وفاء لنذر في معصية الله ولا فيما لا يملك ابن آدم. Very nice hadith, important hadith. A man made a vow to sacrifice a camel at a place called Buwana. A place called Buwana, near to Mecca. So, or Medina. Sorry. Yes, near to Mecca. Near to Mecca, maybe 70 kilos or something like that. So he asked the Prophet ﷺ about it. Is it allowed or not? The Prophet ﷺ did not answer, but he wants to check 2 points. Number one, did the place have any idol which is worshipped of the idols of Jahiliyyah? They answered no. The second question, the Prophet ﷺ asked again, did the disbelievers hold any of their recurring festivities there? Do they have any Eid? They answered no. Rasulullah ﷺ said, now the answer, fulfill your vow. Verily there is no fulfilling of a vow made in disobedience to Allah, nor one that is beyond a person's capacity. طيب, اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد. So now the hadith is direct to the point. What is the hadith? The hadith that there is a man. Who is this man? Allahu A'lam, and it's not important to know the name of that man. He made a vow. He wants to slaughter a camel in a place. Basically, it is allowed For example, I said والله لله علي ندر أن أذبح بقرة في في الجهراء عند المدرسة الفلانية. We have an area here in Kuwait called الجهراء, and I want to slaughter a cow there near a school. Okay, basically this is okay. Okay, no problem, not haram. But the Prophet ﷺ wondered, why did this man choose that place? So he wants to check anything specific in that place, any celebration for the mushriks, any idol was there. Yeah, of course, now there is no idol, but the Prophet ﷺ wants to make sure any idol was there. Why? Because if this man slaughters a cow or a camel in this place, Buwana, and suppose that there was 200 or 300 years there was an idol, maybe another man will do the same thing in the same place, then the third, the fourth, then people again will build an idol in the same place. So the Prophet ﷺ wants to stop anything can lead to the shirk. So the Prophet ﷺ checked, do you have anything, any idol there? He said, no. Any kind of Eid there? No. Any kind of celebration of the mushriks thing? Then the Prophet ﷺ told him, okay, no problem. The Prophet ﷺ said, no problem, خلاص. He said, أوفي ندرك, fulfill your vow, خلاص, go there and slaughter your camel. Then he gave him something more. فإنه لا ندر لا وفاء لندر في معصية الله. Where there is no fulfilling of a vow made in disobedience to Allah. Okay, يعني for example, if someone said, if my son graduated from medicine, if my son became a doctor, I will book a hall and I will call singers and people to dance and to drink, and I will invite 500 people free. Okay, he will pay money, but we tell him, no, this is haram, you should not do that. This is haram, this is not allowed. If you say, okay, if my son graduate from if he became a doctor, I will invite my family to enjoy the lunch, the dinner. This is no problem to invite for a meal. But the problem, if you say, wallah, we will sing and dance, music, this is haram. And you should not do that. You should not do that. It is haram to fulfill this nadr. And also the other one, وَلَا فِيمَا لَا يَمْلِكْ ابْنُ آدَمْ. وَلَا فِيمَا لَا يَمْلِكْ ابْنُ آدَمْ. And also, nor one that is beyond a person's capacity. If there is something you don't own, you cannot make. Yani for example, if I say, for example, brother, one of the brothers has a car. Then I say, oh Allah, I'm doing a vow, if I pass the exam, okay, the car of my friend is for the poor people of this country. No, this is not acceptable. Why? Because I don't own this car. I don't own this car. It is not allowed. This is haram. Okay? Or this is, this is not valid. This is not valid. And شوية عن away from Kitaab At-Tawheed, because of this point, it is very important. It is not allowed also to sell something that you don't own. It is not allowed to sell something that you don't own. For example, you say, Wallahi, Shaykh Ahmed, I like to have one microphone. How much this microphone? I tell you, Wallahi, this is 15 KD. This is 15. Sorry, no, this is 20 KD. Then you say, خلاص, you tell me, I want to buy this from, I want to buy one. Of course, not this one, another one. Then I say, خلاص, I'm selling you one new microphone. I give you my ATM card number, you transfer the money to me. Now the deal, it is between me and you. You are buying this microphone from me. Sorry, not this one. One like it. And till now I don't own anything. But tomorrow, now I cannot go because of the curfew. Sorry, I can go, but it is closed. So tomorrow I go and I buy. And maybe it is available and maybe it is not available. So this is not allowed. This is invalid. Why? Because I sold something that I don't own. I should wait. I should tell you, wait until I provide it, then I can sell you. طيب? So we should be careful, because sometimes people do it and they don't know. Sometimes people do it and they don't know. This is not valid. Or if you like to make it lawful, you can tell me, خلاص, Shaykh Ahmed, I will give you 20 KD and please buy it for me. Brother, sister, this is an example. Don't do it real. Okay, I will not go and buy for you. So you give me the money and I buy this microphone for you. So again, selling something that you don't own, this is invalid. This is wrong way of business transaction. As we mentioned, maybe 3 years back, we spoke about this in details. And not only that, also there are some issues that I should not sell until I own and I have it with me. Why? Subhanallah a'lam, because the scholars mentioned that in Islam, Islam wants to minimize the risk. No doubt, in business there is risk. But Islam wants to minimize it. Why? Because if you minimize and you make the risk less, it means that people will love more. The fighting will be less also. The fighting will be less. Okay? So, in this chapter, we learn that praying by itself, this is a worship. But where is the problem? To pray in a place of kufr, in a place where they intend the kufr and to divide the Muslim ummah. And the same thing, slaughtering the cow and distributing the meat for the poor people, this is very nice. But where is the problem? If I go to a place where people celebrate something wrong and I slaughter my sheep with a good intention, this is not enough. So it is not acceptable to say, Wallahi, my intention is clear, and let them do it in their intention. No, you should care. And I should not help them. طيب. Some of the benefits from this chapter, that sometimes it is important for the scholar to clarify, to ask some questions to clarify. This is important. Of course, not always. Why? Because some questions straight to the point. Okay, for example, should we pray 2 rak'ah when I enter the masjid, or this is mustahab or wajib? Okay, to the point, wajib, mustahab. But sometimes there are issues. يعني like the example I mentioned yesterday, I think, when I spoke about اللي هو boycotting a person, اللي هو forsaking a person. Okay, so if someone asks, if my brother or my sister is doing a sin, insisting to do the sin, and I'm advising my brother or my sister many years, now should I keep advising him or her, or I should stay away from them? Okay. And this situation, no, the sheikh or the scholar should clarify what is your relationship. Yeah, okay, here we cannot give a straight answer. We need to explain, we need to seek more about the situation. طيب the last point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, لَمَسْجِدٌ أُسِّسَ على التقوى من أول يوم أحق أن تقوم فيه. The last point I'd like to talk about the ayat in Surah At-Tawbah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke in Surah At-Tawbah about a masjid. Okay, it is Masjid Quba. It is Masjid Quba. لَمَسْجِدٌ أُسِّسَ على التقوى. The masjid which was built on taqwa. It means they built it with a pure intention, a good intention. طيب, some scholars said it means Masjid Quba, other scholars said it means Masjid al-Nabawi. And some scholars said both. Both of them were built on taqwa. The intention was good, not like Masjid al-Dirar. طيب, so it is Masjid al-Nabawi and also it is Masjid Quba. It is also Masjid Quba. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فيه رجال يحبون أن يتطهروا والله يحب المطهرين. In that masjid there are people who like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and in it are men who love to clean and to purify themselves, and Allah loves those who make themselves clean and pure. When the Prophet ﷺ asked them, okay, what is the point that Allah praised you in the Quran, Allah mentioned you in the Quran, O people of Quba? The Prophet ﷺ asked them, what is your point? They mentioned that because we are cleaning ourselves in water. Because we are cleaning ourselves, it means after the toilet, in water. And no doubt this is better and this is cleaner. We as Muslims, we have the option to clean ourselves, after the toilet. We can use the stones or we can use the water or we can use both. Not necessarily the stones, also the tissues. But which is better? The water. The water. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praised them, because they use the water. كانوا يستنجون بالماء, because they used to clean themselves by water. Subhanallah, when I visited the UK, and not only UK, also other countries, inside the bathroom or inside the toilet, it is clear that they are not using the water. They put only the tissues. Okay, exactly, Allah, I don't know what is the concept, okay. Of course, if you know the rules, how to use the tissue or how to use the stones, this is okay. But no doubt we need to use the water. We need to use the water. Not, of course, not every time, but in some situations we need to use the water. So no, I'm not talking about the point of wudu. I'm talking about cleaning oneself in the toilet after urinating or defecating. طيب, so subhanallah, they have a problem. They have a problem. And I remember there is a famous story that a man works a non-Muslim man works in the laundry, washing the clothes of the people. So he was working in a place, there were some Muslims. So he said, he asked the Muslims, I have some sensitive or private question. He said, I noticed that the underwear of the Muslims not like the non-Muslims. Clean, there is about the purity. He said, yes, because in Islam we use water. Okay, or water, this is recommended and it's better than the stone and the tissues. So subhanallah, the man of the land, what I know, he accepted Islam because of the cleanliness of Muslims. Subhanallah. Alhamdulillah, we have many things, not many things, everything in Islam is good. Everything in Islam is perfect. But what do we need? We need to apply. Or before applying, we need to learn our religion. We need to learn Islam and we need to apply the rules of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we need to show the world this is Islam in a good way and a proper way. Jazakumullah khairan, brothers and sisters. We start the questions. Using water is more hygienic, no doubt, of course. In my village, yearly they celebrate the birthday of an awliya at his grave. A person who doesn't believe in visiting the grave of awliya but goes there not to celebrate the birthday but with what? What is the question of Sabih or Sabiha? Okay, maybe you can continue your question. Sheikh, so this way even building a masjid in a place where Jahiliyyah customs were practiced is not permissible. Building a masjid where in Jahiliyyah customs were practiced is not permissible. Allahu A'lam, is it the same or different? When parents died and there is no wasiyah on the properties and the verdict of the shares is pending in the court and the 4 testimonies, and one person suggesting to sell the entire property before. Sorry, I do not understand this question. Is it true lots of members of Saudi ruling family are affected by corona? Or talk about Kitaab At-Tawheed. They are affected with corona or not? What is the importance? May Allah cure the Muslims. May Allah cure the whole world from corona. May Allah protect the world from corona. MashaAllah, Shaykh. Please think about the halqa. Thanks. Jazakallah khair. Brother Hassan. Brother Khatib, what has to do with Book of Tawheed? I don't know, Allah. In my village, yearly they celebrate the birthday of an awliya at his grave. A person who doesn't believe in visiting the grave of awliya. Of course, this is wrong and we should not go with them. This is wrong and we should not go with them. And we should advise them. For example, if someone said, Allah, I will go there to tell them, and you think that it is beneficial to help some people, okay, go there. But but goes there not to celebrate the birthday, but with the intention of helping the poor shopkeepers who have put their stall out there. What is the verdict? I should go on another day, not the same day. Okay, now if I go the same day, people will think bad about me. They say, okay, also I am going there to celebrate. Okay, I can't go in a different day. Sheikh, is it permissible purchase from online shopping cart? We don't know if they own the products or redirect the order to the original. As I mentioned, if they are wasit, what does it mean wasit? That I tell them I want to buy this item and they will buy it for me. They will buy it for me. This is okay. Like I tell my brother, my friend, yeah, for example, you are going to India, and then I tell you, please, I want to bring some saffron, some oud, some musk from India. So I give you the money and you buy it for me. No problem. But the point is, okay, I buy from them and they don't have the item, this is a problem. Is it allowed to sell the property, or one should wait till court decides? I don't know Allah, but the issue is with the court. طيب يعني, is it this for the safety or to protect them? You know, sometimes the issue is to protect and to make the things clear for يعني safe for people. That's why they put it as a case in the court. So Allah alam exactly about that. يعني basically, yes, after the death of the father, the children own the money. After the death of the father, children own the money. But for example, here in the Muslim countries, for example here in Kuwait, yes, يعني, people will not take the money directly. Why? We should go to the court and we should register. We should check if there are other brothers or يعني, other brothers, sisters. Okay, and they put announcement in the newspaper or something like, okay, because sometimes they discover that the father has another wife and he has children from the other wife, so they should come. Okay, and maybe they are not the same country, they are from different country. Okay, so subhanallah, the process in the courts, sometimes it is good. Why? To protect the inheritors. If we have not received goods physically at our warehouse, it's on water or at port. Basically, okay, the Prophet ﷺ forbade to sell something until حتى يستوفيه, until we get it. Not to own it. There are two things. Number one, I own something. Okay, the other thing, I have it with me. Okay, يعني for example, now I am in one country and you are in another country, or I am in the house and you are in your house, and for example you are selling like some brothers or sisters, they have some cream, some ointment. So now you send me the link and I paid. خلاص, I bought the cream, I bought the medicine, and delivery tomorrow. So now I should not sell it. Why? Because until now I did not see the item, I did not get it. Okay, maybe خلاص, tomorrow the government says there is it is full curfew, no one can leave the house. So what can I do now? There is a risk. طيب, so we should keep it with us. Shaykh, when will we have our exam on Kitaab? Inshallah. It means the one who asks like this question, he's or she's a good student. I don't know. I don't know, because brother Muhammad Ibrahim should prepare the exam and the notes. Okay, so I don't know about the exam, and also I don't know about the notes. My job is to explain. Shaykh, in Pakistan, one of the masjid, they called Imam Haram for khutbah on inauguration day. I don't know this. After that, found they are doing many bid'ahs. Shall we avoid these masajids and prefer home Salafi masjid? Of course, if you have masjid and there are bid'ah and the other masjid follow the sunnah, طيب, of course we should avoid them. At the beginning we should advise them. What kind of bid'ah, and we advise them, we discuss them, and in the nice way. As I mentioned many times, the point is not just to tell them and we leave. I go and tell them this is bid'ah, this is haram, you are deviant, you are shaitan, ma'a salama. No, the point is we should deliver the advice in a nice way, to present the advice in a nice way, to make them to accept the advice. Is it applicable to expats also, or the wife can take the money from bank if husband died? Yeah, I'm sorry, brothers and sisters. Yeah, about the rules of inheritance depends on the country also. What are the rules in the country? يعني I'm telling you, yes, basically خلاص. يعني if the man died, the wealth should go to the wife and the children, and there are parents. Okay, but nowadays we have banks, we have courts. Not like before. Shaykh, when is the exam? Well, I don't know. Ask Muhammad Ibrahim. Where is Muhammad Ibrahim? You should answer, brothers and sisters, not me. Okay, good to know. I am off to eat cake. Jazakallah khair. Send cake to us. Jazakumullah khair. If it is cheesecake, okay. Okay. Khalas, brothers and sisters. Any question? Any more questions? Finish? So far so good. What do you think about the Kitaab Tawheed? Do you think now you are Wahhabi? Okay. Because many people say Wahhabi, Wahhabi, Wahhabi. What does it mean for Wahhabi? So now you know what does it mean for Wahhabi, inshallah, huh? Or partial Wahhabi. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. طيب. حياكم الله brother حجي معروف رفيق معروف. جزاكم الله خير, brothers and sisters. Remember, tonight is the night of Al-Jum'ah. Shaykh, reminder for Jum'ah? What do you mean? There is no Jum'ah Salah. Brother Salman thinks to collect some people and to start Jum'ah Khutbah. May Allah guide you, and may Allah bless you, and all of you. All of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, and may Allah protect the all Muslim Ummah. It is the night of Jum'ah. May a lot of salah on the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Surah Al-Kahf, dua before Maghrib. يعني والله شوف, يعني there is a point. I know, جزاهم الله خير, some brothers and sisters every Thursday or every Friday's Jum'ah they send the Sunnah of Jum'ah, take shower, use siwak, read Surah Al-Kahf. يعني الله أعلم, يعني is it allowed or not to make it every week like that? طيب, Allahu Alam, yani every night of Jum'ah I mentioned this and the 5 things. There is one Imam, subhanAllah, I noticed that I was not regularly praying in that masjid, but maybe 2 weeks I prayed there. So I noticed him the night of Jum'ah, he mentions what are the Sunnah of Jum'ah. So wallahi, I was wondering, maybe I need to check now. Is it sunnah? Is it okay or not? Because wallah alam, maybe it will be bid'ah that after every night of Jum'ah, after Isha prayer, the Imam reminds people to do the 5 things. He was doing that. Allah alam, is it okay or not? Reminder benefits the believer. Yes, but we don't want to make it in a way, then later it will be bid'ah. We don't want to make something, okay, this was possible at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam remind the companions every week about the Sunnah of Jum'ah? طيب, we should be careful. We should be careful. Don't consider everything that seems nice that this is okay. We should be careful. We should be careful. Okay, Salman. Clear? Shaykh Salman? Okay. خلاص. جزاكم الله خيرا, brothers and sisters. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. May Allah protect us from coronavirus, and May Allah protect us from the shirk, which is more dangerous than coronavirus. Adhan after Isha? What type of adhan? What type of adhan? Isha adhan should be once. Al-Fajr, there are 2 adhan, but Al-Isha is once. Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe some people delay Al-Isha, so they make the Isha adhan late, maybe. But if the same masjid giving 2 adhan, I don't know why. Bid'ah adhan? It is in India, not Pakistan. Jazakum al khair, brothers and sisters. See you tomorrow, inshallah. طيب. And if you have questions, please send your questions to brother Ahmed Ibrahim. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a session of a QA session. Yes, we can use the rule from Brother Faisal. It is not allowed to sacrifice at place where people sacrifice for other than Allah. Is it same ruling for other acts of worship? طيب? Yes, the same. Such as some people pray in churches. طيب? The church is different. The scholar said the church is a place not to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like the Muslims. يعني the problem, if you notice Masjid al-Dirar, okay, if the Prophet ﷺ goes there, he will pray the same way. So then there will be confusion. But the scholars who said it is allowed to pray in the church if it is needed, okay, why they said allow? Why? If you go there, you are praying. No one will be confused. Why? Because the acts of praying of Muslims is totally different than the Christians. No, Shaykh, in Pakistan as well, they have started this in order to protect from virus. Then it will be bid'ah. Only for this waba. No, this is bid'ah. As they don't have other place to pray. No, Faisal, this is different issue. This is different issue. Okay, I did not mention this. Yes, the scholars mentioned this topic in this chapter, but I did not mention this. Yes, many scholars said it is allowed to pray in the church if you don't have a place. But usually or most of the time you have a place. Pray anywhere, alhamdulillah, if it is safe. Jazakum Allah khair, brothers and sisters. See you tomorrow. If you did not pray Al-Isha, pray Al-Isha now. And yes, this is for the QA session. Please send your question to brother Ahmed Ibrahim. وصلى الله وسلم على محمد والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.